Hey everyone, I'm pretty sure the notifications did not go out. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hopefully everybody can hear me. I think I can hear me. Hey Wim, how you doing, love? Shout out to everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Those that are coming in, we are live, we're live, we're live. Hey, hey Pieretta, hey Generally Jenny, everybody welcome through, welcome through. Okay. Hey Headstones, how you doing, love? You actually got a notification? You see, you seriously got a notification? Wow. I love it, girl. I love it. I love it. Hey, Gina. How you doing? Kitty, welcome. Jenny says she can hear me. Shout out to Jenny. Girl, Teresa, welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody. Everybody. I'm gonna let the chat flow through. She said, "Sí, señora." Yeah, I would be a señora because I am, I'm a lot older now. Amy, welcome. Daisy. Daisy got the notification. Oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. Notification, let me tell you, yo, I'm telling you, man. YouTube just YouTube, I don't know. It's like they just do me wrong sometimes. Hey Sonia, how you doing? I see Kimmy, Oki, welcome. Oh my God, Rachel's in the house. Rose with Thorns, welcome. All my beautiful, wonderful members. Yes, yes, yes. All right, we got 65 people in the house, and we just went live. SW, welcome everybody. Lori Lee, welcome everybody. Yes, thank you. Teresa's like, let me tell y'all something. She said, you have to download the Discord app and accept Rabbit's invitation for all the members. Yes, you do. Thank you for listen. I'm new to Discord too, okay? But hey ADAS, beautiful messy ball said, I got the notification. Shout out to BJ. You catching up on our old let me tell you, man, that BJ's content is like it's on fire. It's on fire. Dutch, how you doing? Pierretta, thank you so much for telling these people to hit the like button. Teresa, thank you. Cash, thank you for the 4.99. Stay safe. Stay sane. Not safe. Stay sane. Bunnies. Yeah, stay sane. I know. I know. Teresa, how you doing? All right, I'm gonna let everybody come in here. It looks like we got a full house so far. We got 80 people in the chat, 90 people in the chat. Okay. All right. Everybody come through. Okay, stay safe and sane. That's what I thought. Finally, a notification. We just started. We won't be live for very long, but this is a story that I've been following since last month, and I wanted to make sure and let you guys know what's going on. I want to shout out my member who I was checking out another live that we have scheduled for tomorrow, our 30K thing. And he put in the chat, he or she put in the chat that the Marine that was apprehended for questioning of the 14-year-old girl that went missing and then was found in the barracks in Camp Pendleton, he was charged officially charged. Y'all remember we had two lives about this. I did a live breaking the news, and then I did a live updating everybody about the fact that he was released from questioning. Well, he's been charged. All right. There is an auntie by or her aunt. I don't want to say auntie, but I think it's her aunt by the name of Cassandra, who her video went viral. And she was basically telling the folks that her niece had been trafficked and she was kept in those barracks for X amount of time. Her niece had been missing for 2 weeks. She had ran like essentially they initially said she was a runaway, and then they realized that really she met somebody and she was kept. Now, there were some other documents that were released on military.com, and we're going to look at that here in a minute, that basically said that they both of them met on Tinder and that she had lied about her age. She said she was 22. Okay. Well, he's been officially charged. She was kept in there. Now, the New York Post has reported on it. Everybody's talking about this story because the video went viral, right? So let's talk about it. I mean, even the New York Post has a little they have a screenshot of what is it, the the little logging that they do at the military camps when they log in there. This log, I must show you. Let me make myself very, very small. Do not worry, Teresa. I just give you guys a quick little rundown. This log right here, okay? See if we can click and zoom in on this picture. All right. It says right here on 9/15, believe this is time, 13-year-old female minor found in bathroom 343. PM1 Stallion and HMI Sailor notified Barracks manager of possible underage female in room 341. Okay, PMO arrived to building 220193 DNCO open store and enters PMO enters room 343. PNO exits room to stand by outside the room. DNCO opens room 343. PMO escorts minor to duty hut. California, Camp Pendleton, or Pendleton, Camp Pendleton, California. It's the one near San Diego. I know I had, like, shout out to Sinner. I think he was somebody, I think it was Sinner or somebody else that was stationed there. And they said, it doesn't like, and I don't know what the base looks like. But I was looking into this and it even said that the people that enter the area, they are ID'd. So they need to show their ID. Well, this little girl was there for like 2 weeks, it looks like. She was kept there for 2 weeks. Okay? Based on what's been put out there. So this is their log, military log right there. All right. Yes, her cousin. So how this story broke is, let me tell you what happened. The girl goes missing for 2 weeks. They called her in as a runaway. Okay. They called her in as a runaway. She's later found in the barracks. Okay. They apprehend the officer is taken into questioning and then he's later released. The aunt by the name of Cassandra, whose video went viral, basically accusing the military of trying to hide the story, and she's accusing them of sex trafficking and all kinds of crimes. Okay, that's what they were doing. That's what she was alleging. Nothing was happening. Okay, so he was released. I believe we broke the story, I think it was like on a Sunday or Saturday, and then Monday we broke the story, give an update about the fact that he was questioned, and then he was released back to his post. Okay. The human trafficking agency, the local one, got involved as well. So this was a huge thing. All right. Keep that in mind. So Auntie is still doing interviews, trying to bring awareness and trying to tell people, like, listen, it doesn't matter the circumstances. The point of the matter is that she's a minor, and whether she ran away and she decided to stay there, and I believe she might have had some disabilities based on what's been released by the family, she was kept there for 2 weeks. It turns out, based on what military.com put out there, which is kind of like a news source for all military folks. Basically, they said that um, they had received information that the girl had met with the military man on Tinder and that she had lied about her age. She told this military man, this is what allegedly was said, that she was 22 when in actuality he's 14. But the crazy part is that you see this log, they're documenting this log, right? They can tell. They said a 13-year-old girl, minor girl, a minor. So if by seeing this child, you could tell this girl looks like she's 13. How they not know? How did he not? How did he not know? I'm kind of curious. Adult or minor, she was held there and should have never been able to get on base. Teresa, you tell them. You tell them. Yes, logical one. I couldn't agree with you more. Don't you think that would look, okay, like, I get it. Women are developing a lot quicker. Okay, I'll give you that. Sometimes, I mean, I remember growing up, uh, you know, a lot of the high school girls around me, I mean, they were looking like or even middle school, 13 going on 25. It all depends on outward, what stuff is going on, biologically. Keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind. But he kept her there for 2 weeks while she was reported as a runaway. And that's Puretta, that's what the auntie said. I'm so glad you brought that up. The auntie said that she had been passed around from people. That's what was said. All right. Let's read into this article. Okay. Let's just look into this article. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. This is the New York Post, but please note that ABC News is also reporting this, and there are other sources outside of New York Post. Okay. So the U.S. Marine taken into custody after the missing 14-year-old girl found in the barracks at Camp Pendleton. All right. A U.S. Marine was taken into custody after a 14-year-old girl was found inside the barracks at Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton in San Diego. The teen's family said she was sold for sex and rape by the man. By the man. That's what the family is saying. That's what they're saying. Okay, keep that in mind. And this was, let me just see the date of this article. Oh, this is the July 9th article. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, we have an update on this article, and let me go straight to there. Stop sharing right here, and let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Here it is. Southern California Marine charged with sex assault of a girl, 14, who was found in barracks. Okay. Military prosecutors charged the Marine with sexual assault of a minor and with violating liberty restriction from an earlier unrelated incident. After a preliminary hearing scheduled for August 17th, authorities will decide whether he will face a court material, said a statement from Captain Charles Palmers with the 1st Marine Logistics Group. Mm-mm-mm. I'm shocked, but I don't know, Camille. Tell me what you think. It really is. So she's home, if that is what you're asking, but I don't know, like, I don't know exactly what's up, like what's next with this situation. Um, he's been charged. The military guy was charged. Okay. Um, it was military.com that released that they had met on Tinder. Okay. However, the family alleged that she was sex trafficked during the time that she was gone. She was kept in these barracks for like what, 2 weeks? That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. All right. The Marine's identity and other details on this case, such as when and how he met the teenager and how she got into the base, weren't immediately released. The girl has been missing for more than 2 weeks when military police located her inside a barracks on June 28 at the base 40 miles, 65 kilometers north of San Diego. Her grandmother has said the girl ran away early in June. Other relatives have speculated that she was sold by a sex trafficker. She has been returned to her grandmother in the suburbs of Spring Valley, the San Diego County Sheriff's Department said. All visitors are stopped at the entrance of the base by Marines and required to show authorization to enter the base. Marines are allowed to bring a visitor on base and into the barracks until a certain hour, which varies according to each building. Okay? And this is the updated article released on August 12th. That would be today. Keep that in mind, depending on what side of the world you're at. Um, let's see what else. And here, this is the other article where we got the information that she might have actually met him on Tinder and might have lied about her age. That is what military.com had reported. Yes, so I'm so glad you said that because, okay, because she was reported as a 14-year-old girl, okay? Was reported as a 14-year-old girl, or excuse me, a 13-year-old girl when in the log that they logged stuff in. Okay. That's how she was reported. Let me see if I can play this because this is related to that. Lord have mercy. Here we go.
Of alleged Gilgo serial killer.
Let's be on Gilgo. I'm like, we're not talking about Gilgo right now. Marine is charged with sexually assaulting with sex assault after missing 14-year-old found in Barracks. The allegation is linked to the June disappearance of a 14-year-old girl who was found in the barracks at a Marine Corps base, Camp Pendleton, in Oceanside, a Marine official said. Yeah, and so this was the infamous photo, so that everybody's aware, that was kind of posted all over social media. Keep that in mind. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Give me one sec. I'm going to see if, yeah, this must be the new one from the New York Post. Let's look at this real quick. And shout out to everybody. If you're coming in, please hit that like button. Thank you so much. Is this it? Okay, this is the old article. That's what happens when I have too many tabs open. Here we go. Here we go. Marine charged with sexual assault weeks after the 14-year-old discovered in Camp Pendleton's barracks. This is that infamous picture that we were talking about. Okay. Keep that in mind. And let me see what your guys' comments are saying. Is my rabbit? I think is the rabbit's audio in and out? I think my audio is fine, unless I don't think anybody's having any issues, but it could be your device. Just check it out. You might want to close and open the app. It might help. You think, ooh, you think okay. And now he will be scrubbing floors with a toothbrush and then dishonorably discharged once time is served. Is it, Gina? Because people were saying that it was very easy to get in. I mean, apparently not this camp. I guess I don't know. I don't have family there, so I don't know. So this is the log that we were just reading. The log. Okay, this is interesting log. So the log reads, look, and this is clearly written by somebody in there, and they said if you read from 9:15, it says 13-year-old female minor found in room 343. PMI Stalin and HMI Sailor notified barracks manager of possible underage female in room 343. PMO arrived to building 220193 DNCO open store. PMO enters room 343. PMO exits room to stand by outside the room. DNCO open store 343. PMO escorts minor to duty hut. Okay? Look at that time frame from 9:15 all the way to 9:45. At 9:51, PMO enters duty hut to speak to minor. 9:57, PMO steps off desk. Minor remains inside the duty hut with DNCO. And then it goes to late entry 9:10. No positive ID available. PMO steps on deck. PMO steps off deck. Minor remains in duty hut with DNCO. This is at 10:53. Okay. So interesting that the person that was logging in this information was able to tell that this was a minor. So why wasn't the officer, if they met on whatever app they met, if that was the case, okay, because that's what military.com is reporting, that's how they had met, on Tinder. Funny how the officer that's entering this information is able to tell that that's a minor. Isn't that interesting? I don't know. Yeah, I assume that I mean, listen, I don't know. I have military family, but I've never gone to barracks or anything like that. So I'm like, I wouldn't know what, but I guess it's really restricted because that's what the article says, that they have to check your ID. But they knew that she was like a minor. Some bases are like mini cities. Right. Exactly. Shopaholic. So what if he kept her there for that 2-week time frame that she was gone? And Chico, that's why the auntie was like speaking out. What if he kept her there? And then it was like, well, you know, auntie's over here trying to expose everything. I'm gonna see if I can pull her TikTok. Her name is, I think it's Cassandra Perez. And oh, yep, this is it. All right, I think I found her. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Look at this. This was the auntie. Okay.
All right. I just want everyone to know, the media especially, if you wish to do an interview with me, I will be recording it from my perspective and uploading it here to TikTok. We all know that the media likes to be only telling half truth. It's always very obvious. But this is also unacceptable. It's not cool at all. I will be releasing the full interview I just had with NBC7 San Diego.
I don't blame this girl for doing that. Shout out to her. But Sonia says, mi sobrino estaba en ese campo y dice que no es la primera vez que los agarran más siendo eso. Okay. So Sonia is saying that her nephew was in that camp and it is not the first time that things like this happened. That's crazy. That is crazy. So, I mean, there's a problem.
June 7th, a 14-year-old indigenous girl went missing.
Mm.
Almost a month later, on the 27th, she was found in Pendleton's Barracks, a military base, where she was registered at the security checkpoint. She was then brought to the barracks, where she was kept overnight before being kicked out by one of the roommates. Again,
Mm.
a 14-year-old girl who, by the way, had a learning disorder, went missing and was trafficked and sold to a Marine and brought onto a military base where she stayed the night.
Interesting.
This Marine was then brought into custody and the girl returned home. This Marine was then let go, didn't stay a single night, and as of now has no charges while they are investigating it. Again, the Marine who bought a 14-year-old girl with a learning disorder snuck her into his room with his friend and did unknown things to her before kicking her out of the room the next day.
That's what he's alleging. So where the hell was she at for the 2 weeks? Because if they found her at the barracks, where was she at? Right, Camille, this is very sickening. That's so he was taken in for questioning and he's been formally charged now as of yesterday. It was dropped. All right, so where the hell was she at for those? We talked about this. Is this story's not making sense? Christina says, "Look, my ex was military. I just drove on the base with him. She showed his ID. I did not show any ID. Wow. Right. Seems like a lot of Marines would have seen a 14, 13-year-old girl. Look, right. And this is, I'm assuming this TikToker is military. Okay.
Was let go back to his chain of command
Wow.
and has no charges. The aunt of this girl has gone on record to say that they are scared of retaliation from the military. Now, I am in uniform, and while I'm in uniform, there are certain things that I cannot say, especially in regards to the military.
Be careful. Be careful what you say.
But we all know what this is. June 7th,
Mm-hmm.
a
Very true.
14-year-old indigenous girl.
Very true. Can't judge it. I mean, listen. But he's pointing out the obvious for all of us, right? Lead with love. Like he's pointing out some of the things that people have to pay attention to, right? Shout out to him for doing that. Shout out to him for doing it. But this is the auntie, okay?
Investigators believe a 14-year-old.
Hold up. Let me see if I can go back to her first video. I think it might have been this
So
one.
I'd just like to preface this video. I did not kill myself. If I go missing or end up murdered, the people potentially responsible could possibly be located here at Camp Pendleton. Hello, my name is Cassandra Perez. Please share this video with anybody and everybody. This is a warning to the public.
This is one of the videos that went viral, by the way. And Jackie says, my experience, this man had people sneak. So who was keeping eyes on this girl? Or who was sneaking her in? What's the deal? The chat did mess up for a little bit. I noticed that. Christina says, I never said anything. I entered multiple times. Yeah, so maybe they're just saying that it's restricted, but really it's not, and people can come and go.
To not jeopardize the ongoing investigation, I will not be releasing the name of the victim. However, I will be releasing details to the public to help prevent harm and hopefully find others willing to share their story. My niece is under the age of 18 and has learning disabilities. On June 10th, she went missing, and on June 27th, she was found on Camp Pendleton. Camp Pendleton is a military base in Oceanside, San Diego. She was found in the barracks by military police. She had been sold to a soldier for sex. The military is trying to cover it up. They are trying to cover it up and place majority of the blame on her. However, the reality is the whole facility allowed this to happen. The security looked her in the face and allowed this man to bring a minor onto base, where he then proceeded to have sex with her. Due to her age, she could not have given this consent. We've just had an interview with someone referred to us by the military. In this meeting, we were told by the affiliated personnel that the military detective assigned to the case is trying to cover this up. As you can imagine, this is upsetting and absolutely unacceptable. I have the lead detective's name and phone number and will be releasing it to the public pending confirmation from our attorney. Our hope in doing so is to both bring attention to my niece's case and to ensure that this does not go away upon release of more details. We hope you would join us in calling and demanding both release of details as well as the pursuit of justice. Our family is worried about retaliation from the military and the man that has trafficked my niece. We believe they could be working together and covering this up.
Wow.
And that the military is only trying to protect their property.
Yo. This is just so this is when the story broke. Yes, Lex, thank you for saying that. So different bases have different protocols and they switch at different random times. The one local changes up. Ooh, your comment went up fast. For security reasons at different times. Barracks are single peeps, new-ish. As long as you have an ID and a contact inside, it's approved. If you're free to go on the base. Gotcha. My niece is always checked when entering Camp Pendleton with her Marine husband. I wonder what shady BS was really going on. Right. So, exactly. Never forget. Listen, once that situation happened with Vanessa Guillen, yeah, I was like, listen, anything goes in these bases. I believe in cover-ups, just like it happens in anything else, any government entity. Okay, so yeah, I would be very concerned about this, and I'm glad that there's follow-up charges to this, as there should be, So this is what military.com. Now, take that for a grain of salt, because I think military.com is like an extension of military bloggers or whatever. So they allege, the source allege, military.com, and I showed you guys that article. They allege that they met on Tinder and that she had lied about her age. But nothing else is being put out there about that. Auntie isn't, or the aunt here, Cassandra, has never said that that's true or anything. So I wouldn't be surprised if that is an extension of them trying to like PR the situation. You know what I'm saying? PR. Exactly. And by the way, shout out to everybody in the service. Don't get me wrong, but like any other government entity, we should always be side-eyeing, with our eyes. I side-eye and I got 2 bushy eyebrows where I'm like going all crazy when I look at stuff like this. It's too much. Yes. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hold up, because I'm gonna have to head out. I'm even surprised this got out. They covered up a lot because it doesn't even look like for the military image. Yeah, it does not look good for the military image. And you lived there for 5 years. Oh my goodness. Interesting. Interesting. You just gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? And I worked in government too. So I know, I know, I know, so I do have like I side eye everything. That's what I'm gonna say. So keep that in mind. Yes, exactly. Who says that the traffickers didn't post that on good point? Good point. No, I don't have a picture of her. She's a minor too, so keep that in mind. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to head out, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. I just wanted to bring you a quick little live on this and update. Let me know your thoughts on the comments, okay? Rabbits out.